Hey, all of my nerd and nerdettes. Thank you so much for joining and welcome back. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. This is another life hack from your boy KD and Nerd.inc. So I really do hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I hope you guys are liking, posting, rating, and subscribing as well. Just to see, what's next. But I appreciate all of y'all's support and love. Thank you so much. I may not have 1,000 views, I may not have 1,000,000 views, but I'm appreciative of every view that I've had. And I'm appreciative for every like and love that I've seen on my videos. Again, no shade, I don't feel no type of way or anything. I just appreciate the small and minimal bit of support, because my goal for these videos is to be able to help somebody rebuild their confidence, find the beauty inside, and be able to reignite it again. And this is coming from a place of me having to do the same. So a part of my journey of naturally evolving and reviving my dreams, which is the acronym for NERD, there was a moment where I wasn't happy. So I'm gonna talk about those moments where, I had to get over my unhappiness and not really get over it, but accept it. So happiness for me, you may find yourself in relationships, you may find yourself in marriages, you may find yourself in friendships, you may find yourself in different multitude of situations, even including loving and being happy with yourself. Those are some of the things that I realized that in my life, I had to take ownership of. So the way that I took ownership of it was I started journaling. And then in the midst of my unhappy points, I started to create a list of things that I wanted to achieve and accomplish, and the things that would make me happiest. But one thing I just want y'all to realize is your life is your own. And I had to really realize that when I looked at my list of happy things that would make me happy and that would make me a happier person. And then I evaluated that list. And then I say, why am I unhappy that these things do not exist? So what I realized is that I was making a list of things that pleased others and not things that pleased myself. I was making a list of things that pleased my family, my friends, the social media world, and things that wouldn't naturally be something that I want. So I had to sit down and write another list. And that list was 1,000% different, because it was what Kevin wanted, without the scrutiny and the judgment, and without the opinions of others. And even on a visual perspective, I was able to see exactly what made me personally happy. And I can truly say that creating this list of what I wanted helped me be able to see that some of the things that I used to feel unhappy about was something that I really didn't want. It was something that I really did to simply please everyone else. So I want to help somebody get back to their happiness, because I know there's somebody out there, and there's probably a lot of people out there who felt the same way I feel, or is continuously currently feeling like that. It's time out to stop living for everyone else. Like, you have shoes that you put on every day. You have pants that you put on every day. You have necklaces, chains, everything, to the car you drive outside. Is that what makes you happy? If it is, there's nothing wrong with that. But how much of it is pleasing you, to where if you fall, am I the only one affected by it? Happiness to me is something that should only affect me. And it should be able to radiate outside of my life. It shouldn't be anything that values someone else or someone else's opinion, because a lot of times I realized that when I didn't have a job, or when I didn't have money, or when I didn't have everything all lined up together, I always thought, what are people gonna think? What are people gonna feel? What are people gonna believe? Oh my gosh, I'm going back into dating world. What are people gonna think that I bring to the table? In my head, those things made me unhappy. But when I wrote that list, it told me if someone gets you as a partner, they're going to be happy. Not just because you're a good person, but because you are initially a hard worker. Because you are initially a compassionate person. Because you are initially an honest individual. I don't bring any facades to any relationship that I have. I don't bring any different appearances that I am who I'm not. I can't. I realized that doing that in the past led to people feeling some type of way by me. Or not just even feeling some type of way by me, but also looking at me as a disappointment. So there are so many things. Let me turn my chain around, y'all. So living my life to the fullness of who I am and what I want to achieve and the greatness that I believe that I have and what things that I want to do to accomplish the full part of my happiness. Again, I've been that person that helped people get through their situations. I was that person that was the sounding board. I was that person that kind of guided and helped people with their self-esteem, feeling worthy enough, feeling believable. And then I realized that all of that energy, I didn't have anybody to pour back into me. So the biggest thing about it is when you are a person that is always joyful, when you are a person that's always happy, those are the people that are what people see as the strongest people. But not realizing that you still have to check on your strong people. You still got to think about, are they happy? There are moments when I talk to my friends where we have that relationship that says, ha ha ha, laugh, 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 ha ha ha, Kevin, you're so funny. But then there's always that moment where I switch and I'm always asking, how are you? How are you mentally doing? And those are those moments in my friendship that I know that are appreciated by my friends. And those are the things that make me happy. Is how I affect people's lives in a positive way and not allowing my negativity or the things that I feel or believe hasn't happened yet. There's time. People feel like we're running out of time because people are dropping like flies. But if we lived every day as if people were dropping like flies, then we would never be able to see a future. Everyone's on a YOLO tip. You only get one life. Yes, you only get one life. But you only get one life to live happy. Again, you're gonna have those moments where you're not happy with your relationship. You're not happy with your marriage. You're not happy with where your life has brought you to today. Like a lot of people didn't know, I worked 3 jobs after I left, the company that I was working for 8 years. And it was that moment that said, did I make the right decision? Was it something that I was happy with at the end of the day? But it's just that moment where life becomes real and people say that money doesn't mean a thing and money doesn't bring happiness. Memories bring happiness, but money is always going to bring some sense of security and joy. I'm not saying it's all about money, but I'm just saying the root cause of why people have issues in their relationships and their marriages and their friendships, it always seems to be consumed over money. The need of or the lack of. But when you sit down and you tell yourself that everything's gonna be okay, I'm gonna work as hard for the money that I need to make me happy, and then it's gonna become consistent. So I want y'all to really, really take a moment and just ask yourself what makes you happy, because there's somebody beside you going through much worse. There's somebody beside you doing everything that they dreamed of, everything that they mapped out on their plan. I now realize today that my happiest place is living for Kevin, living for KD. And that's all I'm capable of doing in my life, is living for me. Nobody can walk in the shoes that I've walked in. Nobody can tread in the life that I've journeyed through. Nobody can battle cancer twice and beat it and still be here to give positive energy and videos and different things and talk to people about real emotions, real feelings. So think about it this way. I am who I am by the grace of God. So when you look at others' opinions and you start to feel bad about yourself and you start to feel unhappy, only focus on the things that you feel like you specifically need to change that's affecting your surroundings. For me, the thing that was affecting my surroundings was the fact that I lived my life based upon everybody else. I lived my life based upon what everybody else wanted to see me do or what everybody expected me to do. I was supposed to be this Billboard artist at this point at 35 years old. I was supposed to, be driving a BMW or a Lexus or a, Ferrari and wearing big, bold, gold out chains. But then I realized in myself that I shop off the clearance rack and I shop when I can shop. I don't just shop for no reason. I shop for the things that I need, but not just everything that I desire. Because the things that I desire with the work that I'm doing and the work that I'm putting behind it is going to get me everything that I desire, to where I can swipe a card and not have to worry about how do I recoup the costs. So that for me, I'm happy with who I am. I just want you to be. So if anybody tells you that they want to see something from you and it's your life, please look at it a different way. And please live the life that you were birthed to live. You're not your parents. You're not your cousins. You're not your aunts. You're not your uncles. You're not your friends. You're not your family. You're not a congressman. You're not anybody that you see that wants and expects things out of you just because you do what you do. Live your life for you. And that's the happiest way that you can live. I don't care at this point what anybody thinks about my life, my journey, because you could never walk in my shoes. Period. I'm just saying that there are things that I went through in my life that people would have broken and failed. But I'm still here. I'm still happy with me. And I won't let anybody take that happiness away from me. So if you tell me to be somebody else, or give you something, and if who I am makes you uncomfortable, then that's something unsettling in your spirit. That's something that says, am I even happy with my life? If someone else's happiness makes you question yours, then it's something that you know that you're living for somebody else and not yours. So I want everybody to just take a moment, live for you. You only get one life. You only get one moment in time to be the happiest that you could potentially be. So if anybody tells you otherwise or tries to destroy your happiness, remember you are loved, you are special, you are beautiful, you are capable, you are amazingly awesome. And I want to say that from me to you. I may not know you, but I am your neighborhood best friend. So if you need to talk, if you need to shoot me a DM telling me your story, if you need any advice, I'll do another video. I'll do other videos. If you have any questions for me on how to handle situations or how to deal with and cope with real feelings and emotions, even down to inadequacies of accomplishments, like I can help because I've been there, done that, doing it. And I still feel just as accomplished as I was 7 years ago as I do now. And that's just because of the fire that I put beyond myself. And that's just a moment where I can say I've stretched myself thin living for people. And I won't do it any further. So I hope this helps somebody. I love you all to pieces. Thank you so much for joining. But I want you to rate, subscribe, leave comments, tell me your story, and I'll talk about it. I'll give you the advice. I'll post a video about it just to simply help you help yourself. But in the midst of that, you may tell me a story and I may be like, wow, that was real. And that was a moment that I had in my life. So stay strong, believe in you, live for you, live happy, live free, enjoy your life. It's yours to keep. So I'm gonna chuck up the deuces and I'm gonna say nerd over and nerd out. The beauty is inside, reignite it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have an awesome day.